Alright, y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's the Four Fills over here, and today's video is going to be pretty short. I just wanted to come on here and answer a very popular question that I've been getting non-stop. I get this question a lot during my streams as well. So the question is, which button should you be using to charge Falke's fireball, or projectiles I should say. So this is Falke's projectile. You can charge it and release. So how do you know which button you should be using to charge that projectile? It's kind of hard for me to answer that question for everyone, because certain people play on stick, some people play on pads, so the button configuration is going to be very different for different people. I play on pad personally, but I'm going to try and answer it for everyone as to the best of my abilities. I'm going to do as best as I can. So the questions you have to ask yourself when you're actually going about charging: every time you charge a button, you're giving up an option. So for example, if you charge her fireball with light punch, you're giving up you can't tech. You're giving up the option to tech a throw, right? You still got your other buttons, however you're giving up the opportunity, you're giving up the option to actually tech a throw. So you've got to have that in mind. If you're charging with medium punch, you can no longer do standing medium punch. You will have to release the shot before you can do another standing medium punch. Now if you're charging with fierce, you no longer have access to stand fierce, forward fierce and crouch fierce. So you're giving up anti-airs. You've got DP anti-air, you've still got this. However, you've got air throw as well. However, you no longer have crouch fierce, right? So that's what you have to think about. Now, I'd say you can use every single one of these. You can charge using whichever one you want. On pad, I would say it's best to use fierce, because the way I play, I charge with fierce. I don't mind giving up crouch fierce, because I can anti-air with air throw and I can anti-air with DP. Those are pretty reliable enough for me, right? The only times I would really use crouching fierce is against cross-ups, but I'm still fine with doing air throw for cross-ups. Now, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so are you fine with giving up the option to tech? It's really important. For example, if I have Ken, right, doing the dash up throw, and I'm holding down light punch, you have to take that unless you check his dash every time. If he gets a successful dash, you will take that throw every time. Now, are you okay with that? If you're okay with that, that's fine, but you have to be okay with it. If you're not, you can hold fierce and tech. Now if Ken jumps, I'll have Ken doing both at the same time. You can DP holding fierce. You can air throw holding fierce. If he dashes, wasn't ready for it that time. If he chooses to dash, you can also tech. Let me get that again. Let me start that again. You can tech a throw, and you can DP. You can also air throw. So it just depends which options you're comfortable with giving up. Because in that situation, I did not need to use crouch fierce at all, because I could cover the cross up. Which crouch fierce, you can use crouch fierce against cross ups, by the way. I can cover the cross up with air throw, and I can also cover the forward jumping with DP. So I had no need to use light punch to charge there. You can use light punch at this range for forward hard punch, you know, your longer reaching normals against characters. But understand that a character like Ken, if he does a dash up throw, you are very vulnerable to that if you don't check it, because you can't tech. So it's your choice. However, understand what you're giving up as well. I'd say the most optimal way to play Falke is if you're able to switch charges as you play. For example, at this range, Ken could be playing at this range. I could be holding light punch using my longer range normals. Now as soon as Ken gets closer to me, I could now hold down, I could whiff a button and quickly switch charges and hold down fierce. As you can see, I'll whiff light kick, I'll whiff a crouch light kick, and now I've pressed light punch, and I'm now holding with light punch. Again, whiff crouch light kick, or it could be any normal you whiff. However, that now allows you to switch buttons you use to charge without having to actually release it. Every time I'm doing that, I'm switching charges without releasing the shot, if you see my inputs. So yeah, it really is up to you guys. However, just understand what you're giving up, and is it worth giving up. It's gonna come down to being very situational against certain characters. It's worth giving up against certain characters. Against some others, it's just not. But you guys are gonna have to figure that out, what you feel more comfortable with. But yeah, that's about it for the video. Told you guys it was gonna be pretty short. I just get this question tons of times, so I had to clarify how I play, how I charge or optimize my charging with Falke. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe if you're new. Like the video, let me know, give me some feedbacks in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright.